I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. Sorry if you can hear the air conditioning. 'Tis the season. And I can't find my mic, so story of my life, right? So today I'm going to be working with this purple fabric that I got from Joann's. And I'm kind of calling this project my Wild West dress because of the inspiration. I got this because it was on sale. It wasn't a real sale, it wasn't a good sale from Joann's, but you know, whatever. It was still a sale. So I haven't seen this TV series. It's the spin-off of the new reboot of Walker, Texas Ranger. But I was looking for inspiration on what to do with this fabric, and I came across this picture. And so I'm kind of going with that idea a little bit. I'm making some adjustments to fit what I need. I'm also toying with the idea of removable sleeves so that it can be short sleeves for in the summer and then longer sleeves in the winter, but I haven't figured that out yet, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so when I bought this, I told her I wanted a certain amount, which is this, and then I saw that there was only a little bit left on the bowl, so I was like, oh, I'll take that too, right? Well, she cut it anyway, and I don't know why, but that happened. I measured it, and it's just over half a yard. Luckily, it is Quilter's cotton, so it is very, very wide. I don't know if you can see this. It's about, let me see what it says on this side. 90 to 108 inch width. So luckily, it is that wide, or yeah, that wide, because otherwise this right here, this would be where the fold is. This is all I'd get. And you can't do much with that, especially with the project that I'm doing. So I did have this folded. I think what I'll be able to do is get 2 half panels for the skirt out of it, and then the rest I can make into bias tape. If you watched the short that I did, the sailor skirt short that I did, basically I'm just going to do the same thing for this one, although I don't think I'm going to do the opening the same way, but the construction is basically the same. Or should I just do the bodice with this part? What would be more efficient? Now, I did alter this, but I haven't done the mock-up yet. But, okay, so. I could literally get the entire bodice out of this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use this for the bodice. That's what I'll do. Okay, here is the mock-up. Just to give you an idea, I did fold it over just to get an idea of where, like, the seam allowance. Aside from needing to make sure that the darts are a little bit more neat when I do it on the actual thing, I think the placement's good. I just found that there's more than enough fabric here and here but I need to add a little here, which is interesting. I think that the sleeve is good. I think I just need to maybe gather the sleeve instead of doing pleats, so then it can be a little bit more subtle and even. But I think that'll work. I did do some mock-ups of different types of reattachable sleeves, but I don't like any of them at the moment, so I'm gonna leave that for now. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. I think the length will be fine as long as I use bias tape on the bottom. I'm not sure if I'm liking the point in the front. But I haven't finished the skirt yet, so maybe if I quick finish that and I could put it under it to see if I like it with the skirt might help. Or maybe not, I don't know. Okay, so I was laying out pattern pieces for the top. And then I was just like, I'm not sure if I like the way the top is right here. I feel like it's a bit plain. And I don't know. So I looked back at the drawing I made of the ideas. And this is the one that I made the mock-up of right here. Minus the folded pleats, because I don't know if I'm going to do that. Because I don't know how to. Or the old-fashioned, like, the way they do the... whatever. Anyway. And then I thought of this. Where it's a bunch of pleats in the front panel and it's attached with hooks and eyes on the side. I could do a quick mock-up with just the front of that. And what I would do is I would cut the pattern here and have this front piece be where I do like a piece of fabric with a bunch of the pleats and then cut it out to that and then just add seam allowance for both. But then I like, how would I handle the dart situation? Or should I just stick to the plan that I'm doing? Ugh, why am I so indecisive sometimes? Sorry, I know you can hear the ice maker in the background, but I'm trying to alter a pattern, and look who decided that he needed to sit right there. Okay, so I cut it, but I could easily tape it back if I need to. And then what I could just do is just one dart like right here. Because I'll need to because of this. I'll quick whip up a mock-up of just the front part and see how I like it. Yeah. Okay. I was about to go sew it and I realized I actually don't need to sew it. Although I didn't have enough pins to fully pin it down. But you get the general idea of it. And I'm still not sure. This? Ashley, what do you think? Okay. So it's not fully like together, but like you get the idea with the sleeves. Okay, so a front like this, or like
confused.
that.
I'm confused both ways.
So it's, the closure would be in the middle versus having a panel in the front that's a closure here.
Is this like an undergarment? What is this?
It's, I'm calling it my Wild West dress. This will be the top of it.
I think the front panel might make it look cooler.
Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling too.
More fancy.
Yeah. So yeah. I think I'll go with the new thing.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. I have all of the panels of the skirt cut out and the waistband. I also, hold on, let me grab it. I also have all of the front pieces cut, some bias tape cut, and then a big piece for me to do the plating with. And then I can cut this part to it, all that stuff. All right. I was debating on whether or not I should line the top. And as of right now, I haven't cut out any lining. So yeah, I should probably decide that before I get too much further, right? But yeah. Okay, sorry if you hear the air conditioner in the background. It is that season again. So I put the skirt together. I did French seams again, and I was hemming the bottom. And I don't know if you can see what's happening, but my machine is being stupid again. The top thread is being weird. This isn't the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the top thread. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I tried to see if I could iron it, if that would fix it, but it won't. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to seam rip this out and completely redo it after I figure out what's wrong with my machine. But I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm gonna pivot to the top. Careful without burning myself. I have to, using this sewing gauge, I'm going to work on the front panel, plotting the pleats. I obviously can't sew them right now, but I can plot them and then press them. So that's what I'll work on. All right, so I finished doing this and I realized it's actually not long enough. So I did another one, but halfway through my lines decided to disappear. So it's not going to be quite as precise as the other one, which is fantastic. But I'm going to iron it and put it into place. Do you hear that? Baby's sleeping. I don't know if you can hear the snoring. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun to try and press. And then I'll sew these together. All right, I have finished the skirt. It's hemmed. The snaps are in. I also finished doing the pin tuck pleats, so I can do the front panel. But the thing is I wanted to do it where it was at an angle, so the pleats formed like a V in the front. But even though I mapped it out, I don't know if you can tell, but after a certain bit, it stopped being even. Up here, it's even, it's perfect, it's fine, mostly. Down here, it's a lot less, so they won't match up if I were to do it in a V or a chevron or whatever you want to call it. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I might just have to have it like this, which is fantastic. I'm also working on finishing seams by hand because I decided that's how I wanted to finish the seams for this. And I'm starting to kind of regret it. Because the way I finished the seams for the skirt was with a French seam. So that was quick and easy. This is gonna be by hand. Here's the sleeves, so then I can hem the sleeves. And then I'll do the bodice sleeve, hem seams. Holy cow. Bodice seams. I think I figured out what was wrong with my machine, so that's great. Okay, I finished it. I put the backing on and I pressed it, and I definitely feel like the chevron is a lot more pronounced now, and it's looking great. So that's ready for the hooks and eyes part. Although, because of how I did the middle part, it did make it more narrow, not as wide. And so I'm gonna double check to make sure that it fits with the thing, because it has to be a certain, oh here, you know what? Okay. Okay. Does this fit? I need to put it on with that, with the top, but that's gonna be hard when it's not like together, so I might have to pin it. Alright. I don't know if you can see it, but with a, I think it's called a whip stitch, I attached the casing for the boning onto the back seam. And now I'll just pop it in. I can do this one-handed. All right. And then obviously at the bottom, when I do the bottom bias tape, I will be able to sew it into that to close it. All right, now I just do it for the other ones. All right, I finally remembered my mic because for some reason I'm always forgetting it. If you hear the air conditioning, I'm sorry, but it's necessary. I mean, just look at my back. Okay. So we just got back from the park where we took pictures. And check these out. My sister Ashley was with me. She's over there. She has a Polaroid camera, and she gave me black and white for taking pictures and stuff. So I don't know if you can see them. If you can't in editing, I'll take pictures of them and put them up. But holy cow, am I hot? Okay. So, I would say overall. Hold on, right? Okay, just gotta put my hair up. Probably doesn't look good, but I don't care. I need it off my neck right now. Okay, so I would definitely say that this turned out really well. After wearing the Civil War era bodice that I made, the one with the puffy sleeves, the short puffy sleeves, it was really low cut, and so I was like, I don't feel comfortable with it being as low cut as it was. And so I'm like, with this one, I wanted it to be higher. Having worn it, I would say that it's fine until I have to sit down in a car. I do have a corset on, so it did shove it, but it was like this in the car, where it was like times where I felt kind of strangled by it. But overall, I think it's fine. I think I might need a few more snaps here because it's not completely flush, but I don't think it does too much. And I definitely think the boning helps with the structure of the bodice. Even without the corset on, it holds a very good structure because of that. And that's something I definitely want to do better going forward, is make my mock-ups more effective, is a goal of mine. But also, since I'm going into, or I'm wanting to do more structured items, like from the 1890s, they are heavily structured, and that's something that I just haven't done a ton of, which is why I've been doing a lot of like the different corsets and stuff, and working with boning and all of that stuff, because I want to be better at making that kind of stuff. And I think overall I'm so happy with the front panel. I was so worried that was going to, I mean, this took hours to pleat, the pin tucks, and I think it turned out really well. It's not quite as dramatic of a V, but I think it's enough. I think it's fine. There's a mirror over there, that's why I'm looking at it that way. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time. Bye! Do you think that sounded weird?
It was so good.
Little sisters. This is what she's doing right now. She's actually has a commission, trying to avoid the cat. She has a commission to make a tail.
I'm sewing.
Yeah, so she's hand sewing. And we all have to be in here because this is where the air conditioning is. Oh, this is horrible camera work. Can you tell I've been doing this for 7 years? Oh, so professional.
Oh my God.
Yeah.